Well, hey y'all, it is late Saturday evening, December 3rd, and I am just winding down for the night. I wanted to show you a little project that I started on that I am really kind of tickled by. This is Sarah Skira, who I believe does the little Imagine Gnome knit patterns every year. Usually there's like a knit along, maybe multiple times a year. But I get Sarah's emails, and I don't, as many times as I've wanted to knit the gnomes, it's hard to say, I haven't ever picked up needles to do it. However, though, this year, in addition to the gnomes, as you can see right here, these trees, these little wee evergreen trees, came up in my inbox, in my email, and they're just really adorable. So, of course, it's a digital pattern. I think I purchased it through Ravelry, but I actually started, so there's a worsted version, and then there's a fingering version, and I found this really pretty in my stash. Yarn Carnival yarn, and I don't think I have the, I think the little yarn band, I must have put it in my journal already. I don't see it in my bag here, but and you can't really see it really well, but it's called Seabird, but it is a fingering. Well, you can kind of get a little bit there. Yeah, if you can tell, I'm in bed knitting. It's been a long day. Anyway, I'll try to take a better picture of it, in a later FestiVlog. But it's really pretty. And it's got a lot of these larger worsted trees, kind of got a lot of that vibe, more of a greenish blue, than more of a, true like, evergreen green. It's got a little more blue to it. But what's funny is, so I'm doing this tree right here, the little medium-sized tree. That's where I'm at. But, it's really fiddly. I need to do this in better light. I promise I'll show it again. And sorry, that's my fourth, knitting needle right there. But this is actually the base of the tree. So I'm, I've got maybe about that much done on the picture, just right above the mushroom top. So, I've got a long way to go, obviously, but it is a really quick knit because it's really small. These are DPNs. These are, US 1, so I think that's 2.25 millimeter. I'm really sorry about the light, y'all. I should have thought about this better before I decided to lay here and do this, but it's okay. Like I said, I'll show you again in better lighting. But essentially what you do is you knit the bottom with, increases, and it's kind of just a flat, as you can tell, a triangle. And then there's basically your adjustment row to start working up the sides, and then you start working up the sides, and then of course you do a little bit of your base, and then you start decreasing again to get your tree. So this will be really an interesting kind of small winter knit. We'll see how it goes. I haven't had as much time to work on it as I would have liked, but I've only been working on it 2 days, so yeah, it's not terrible. And obviously there aren't just a whole lot of stitches around, so especially now that I'm getting to the section where I'm starting, I'm doing decreases again, basically, it'll go pretty quick. It's just obvious that it's a lot of length. So, and I'm sure it'll get really squirrely, really fiddly there at the top. So that'll be kind of interesting too. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that last little bit before I uploaded my video for today. I hope you all are having a good December. Today was good for me. It was just really long. Went and met up with a friend for lunch. And if any of y'all are participating in the Jingle Ball. I went on there for a little bit. I didn't do as much as I would have liked. It wasn't, I'm not going to say it was disappointing. That's not fair. I just didn't get to interact in the way that Steph and the rest of the designers kind of hoped it would be. I mean, it was meant to be kind of a digital retreat / shopping event, and I definitely did a little bit of shopping. I bought a few patterns, but the time, I just didn't have the time to sit down and hang out in a virtual room with anybody or do any meet and greets. I certainly didn't ever get in on any of the classes on time. They pretty much all sold out. But this was just a bad weekend. I didn't have the time to do it, and like it was just yesterday evening and to all of today, which would be fine. I think they're leaving the shopping, available open all day tomorrow or part of the day tomorrow on Sunday. But all of the virtual, like, hangout and get-togethers and all that were kind of today. And it was like, and yesterday evening. And it was like, well, Friday, you have to, if you have a job, you have to work. So you don't get in on any of that before, you clock out, quote unquote, clock out for the day. If you're like me and you work remotely, But, and then you've had a long day at work, so a lot of times you're not up for that. You just kind of want to unwind. So basically all you have is all day Saturday. And for a lot of people, again, like myself, Saturday is a day of, well, in this particular case, I had a lunch engagement that I had planned for several weeks, that just happened to coincide on the same weekend. But I have chores to do. I have all the things I didn't get to do during the week because I had to work. So, it would have been nice, really nice, if they planned more stuff on, so I'm going to turn that off. Planned more stuff for, Sunday, because and maybe they didn't know what to expect. Maybe they didn't realize people's schedules or what people might want to do. But I did get a little bit of the shopping done, so that was fine. So yeah, there's my knitting. It shows up a little bit better on the blanket, on the quilt. You can kind of see a little bit, though. Sorry, I was a little too zoomed in. It's just really fiddly right now. Unless you're a knitter, you're probably looking at that like it's some kind of weird witchy something that you're looking at. But anyway. It looks like I'm knitting a tiny hat for a not a hamster, a guinea pig or something. Anyway, Jingle Ball, it was fine. I think it was everything that they wanted it to be. I just think my expectations for it were, I was a little underwhelmed. Basically, I jumped on just long enough to go through and purchase the patterns that I had seen other people, mention, or other designers, like in their emails over the past week, jump on and buy the things that I knew maybe I wanted. And it wasn't very much. I mean, there were maybe 5 patterns that I bought, so I didn't buy a whole lot either. So Stephanie Webb, there was a new heartstring samplery, which I think was kind of going around Instagram, so I think everybody kind of knew about it. And then the Jingle Ball, the exclusive ornaments, I bought those. And yeah, that's about it. I just like I said, just kind of underwhelmed, but I think it was just the timing of the event with my personal life, and so I just didn't get anything. I didn't get as much out of it as I felt like maybe was suggested. I hope I don't know. I hope they do it again. I hope there are others that got a lot out of it and were happy about that, and and had a lot of fun. And yeah, hopefully they'll learn from the things that went well and didn't go so well, and they will make it bigger and better in future years. So, okay, at this point I am rambling, and I need to get all of my video stuff uploaded, and at this point you're just staring at my little knitting, the bottom of my tree here that doesn't look like much of anything. So yeah, I hope you all take care, and I will be back on here hopefully sometime tomorrow. Have a good night, y'all.